Hi, this is ronMctube. We're playing the Hunter on PC, and today we're on White Rime Ridge for a new episode of my series Trophy Hunts. In this series we're trying to fill up my trophy lodge with only trophy animals or leaderboard top scoring animals, and in this episode we're going after polar bear. Quite a few have suggested getting them for my lodge, and it would look really good standing up a great big polar bear, so I thought, yeah, you know what, I'll take that challenge. I do like hunting polar bears, but I've never had a really big one, so I'm going to show you my guide to getting polar bears. You can get them quite easy. You come to this lodge, you walk straight out the back. I will show you my route at the end of it after I've finished hunting, so you can follow it. It's pretty simple, but what we're doing is we'll come straight out the lodge now. Going to walk down to the shore where all these ice rafts are, and we're just going to look or listen for polar bears. Often they'll make a growl which you can pick up on your PDA, and then you go down to these areas and you can often see them. They are quite aggressive as well, so what I like to do with them to make it a bit more fun is I like to run up to them and get them to charge me and attack me, and hopefully I shoot them before they hit me. I sometimes play a little game, I know some of you do as well, how close you can get the bears before they get you. You get him just in front of you, just like a metre or so away. It does feel very enjoyable, and it just makes it a little bit more better than shooting them from a long way away. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get him to charge me and then shoot him. I'm just hoping we can get a really big one, because like I say, I've had quite a few polar bears, but I've not had very many big ones, so I want a real big one. So over 30 is the objective. I've looked on the leaderboards, and a 30 gets you in like the top 40 sort of in the world, so I'm hoping to get at least a 30. Now here's our first call, only a few minutes out of the lodge. There it is. Now we've got to go onto those ice rafts. Now you've got to watch it when you walk on these ice rafts, because there is gaps and you fall in the water and you will freeze to death. But we want to go after it, so otherwise it would take too long to come in, and sometimes they just go under the water and you don't see them again when they're swimming about. So we've got to pick our path carefully. I'm going to go after it. We've got the new gun that come out yesterday. I did a video on it, check that out if you haven't seen it, reviewing it, and you can hunt polar bear with it, so great reason to use it. Try it out on the big game. It's a 30R over and under break action rifle. It is a very powerful rifle as well, so, and I was saying yesterday it's a great attack gun, so that's another reason for using it. I can fire 2 powerful shots straight away if I need to, and I might need to in this situation. They do look very nice, the polar bears. I think they're one of the best animals for the fur and how they match what you'd actually think a polar bear looks like, and with the surroundings. It's, like I say, it's a great animal to hunt. Might be hunting me in a minute when it charges. Right, let's get close to it. We could shoot it from further. Oh, here he goes straight at me, straight between the right on top of the head. I was going for the eyes, but on top of the head will do. It's quite a good one as well, quite sizable, but we won't know until we collect it. What's it going to score? It scores 29.4, so for our first polar bear, that's close. That is very close. It's a great pose. Take a trophy shot and move on. That was so close to our 30, what I wanted. Can't believe it on the first one. Alright, shall we stuff that? I might do, just in case we don't get one bigger. So you've got to remember, 30 is really big. 30 is like I say, top 40 in the world if you get 30. And there's a lot of people that play this game, so that's not an easy task. So we've moved on. Like I said, I'm going to show you the route, and if you take this route for polar bears, you will get them. So we've just had another polar bear call down near the sunken ships. There it is. Not too far away. Sometimes you get a couple of polar bears quite close. At the minute we've just got one. going to walk forward. They're not too spooky, the polar bears. Often, like I say, you can just run quite close to them and they are quite aggressive, so they will charge you, try and kill you. I do hunt a lot of the bears the same. Right, where's this bear? Must be close now. There it is. Don't go under the water. Often near this corner, they dive under the ice. Sometimes it can come out near that soil, or sometimes you might lose them. I think if we head round this bay, we can cut it off, and then we'll try and get it to charge us. I don't know if it's a male or a female yet, so it might not even be a decent one, but while we're going this route, we might as well take it out. It's just swimming over this way. Right in, it's going back on the ice raft. Right, let's carry on round here. When you look at this part of the map on White Rime, it looks a bit like a scorpion's tail, and you just follow it all the way round. Right, here's the bear. Come on, come this way. Come to Ron. Right, it's just going in. Is it going to play ball? Is it going to come to me? Come on. This might be awkward actually. It's dived and come under it. If it charges, it's going to come up a bit, maybe odd with this slope. Right, let's get ready. This is a bit awkward. This is why sometimes it helps to plan what you're doing, because it can all go wrong very quickly. Come on. Where you going? It's run up. No! Take your turn round. Oh, it's going to run off then. Alright, get ready for it to go. Here we go. No. Well, that was a good shot. Similar to the other shot. Oh, yeah, it's dropped dead now. I was going to say I shot it about the same place. Where did I hit it? Lung heart, so yeah, it was good enough. Right, let's collect it and see what it scores. No idea if it's a male or female. What is it? Well, it's a small female, 23. So not a very high scoring one, but it's nice to bag another one. Look at that, shot it right between the eyes. It looks like my missus when I ask her to make me a cup of tea. That's the look I get. Right, let's move on. Still not got a trophy bear. We're getting close. Plenty of action. I think one of the things that White Rime doesn't get credit for is it's actually one of the best looking maps in the game. In my opinion, it is, because there's lots of nice little touches which make it very realistic. We're at a fishing village, an old whaling station, and it looks absolutely stunning. It's not a new game now, but it does look really well. There's not many games now that's new that look as good as this or as realistic, so I do like these extra little touches on White Rime, and I think, like I say, it's one of the best looking maps in the game. You should come and visit this area and have a look at it just to see what you think. It just all adds to the hunting experience as you're roaming around. Didn't have to add all these buildings and such and the sunken ships. It is really good. Alright, let's continue our polar bear hunt. What's that in the background? Oh look, it's a shed. I haven't found one of them yet. These have just been added in recent weeks, and I've not actually been out looking for them. So it's nice to finally find one. Been busy doing other things, hunting and whatever, but I've not actually been looking for sheds, so it's nice to find this. Looks like a moose shed. There's leaderboards for this as well, so it's not a very big one, but it's just nice to find our first one. So a nice little bonus there. Back to polar bear hunting. So we've moved on. another call. It's just in a bay a few hundred meters in front of us. So we're just going to carry on, move up this area. We're probably about halfway round where I usually check on the scorpion's tail part of the map. Like I say, just as we finish this video, I'll show you the map and where exactly I've been during this video, so you know exactly the route to take. I always start at 11 AM. It's mainly for lighting, it's not for hunting reasons. I've never noticed any much difference between starting really early or really late. So I just hunt when the light's the best. Oh, did you see that? It just popped up. It's another shed. Another moose one. So that's not bad. We found our first 2 sheds while I'm after polar bears. 2 bonuses. Now the polar bear should be around here somewhere. It was away when it first called, so it might have roamed or gone back to the ice or gone into the land. Hoping to see it soon. Be nice if you can get your thinking caps on for the next episode of Trophy Hunts. Have a think about what we can hunt. Also, how do you like to hunt polar bears? Have you got a specific method? Why do you like hunting polar bears? I'd like to hear that. Drop that in the comments, or if you want to hear or see anything to do with the hunter, just let me know. Drop it in comments, and if there's enough of you who want the same thing, then I'll do something about it, make a video on it. Right, here's a polar bear. Doesn't know we're here yet. It is a male. See how close we can get to it. Is it going to be the magic 30? Come on. Is he doing that on purpose? Back to us still. Spins round. He knew I was there all along. Straight between the eyes. What you do that for, Ron? I was roaming in the ass. What's he going to score? He's going to score 30.5. Now that's very big. I think that's in the top 10 on the leaderboard. Looks a real bruiser there. What are you doing, Ron? Look, that. So very happy with that. That's definitely being stuffed. Take a trophy shot of that. That's going in the lodge. Objective done. 30.5. It'll be interesting to see where that is on the leaderboard. I think it is in the top 10. Right, we are definitely going to stuff that. Let's spend 10 EMS. Very happy with that. I thought it might be harder than that. We've been lucky there really. Let's take a look at my route I've taken. Straight from the lodge, all the way down the shore, all the way down the scorpion's tail as I call it, as you can see on the end. And then right to that tip there, and that's generally where I normally stop. But if you follow that a few times, you'll get polar bears. It's pretty simple. Hope it helps you out. Right, we've come back to Loggers Point, back home to the trophy lodge. Let's go mount our polar bear. Sounds wrong in many ways, but here we are. We're greeted by a giant moose. Coming together rather nicely now. Big moose, whitetail, ibex, reindeer, piebald roe deer. Got our trophy elk, trophy red deer, feral hog, non-typical blacktail, big blacktail. So let's get our mount for our polar bear. Make sure we get the right one. Got the smaller one, and we've got the bigger 35-12 one. So let's mount that one. It should be in the corner in the chimney breast next to the elk. Here it is. You don't realise how big that is until it's standing up. I do quite like that pose. We will swap it though and have a look at it. It looks like a zombie there. I don't like that one. His face is facing the chimney breast. So I think we'll swap it back to that one there. You'll see why. Imagine you just coming in my lodge. That's what you're greeted by as you come down the stairs. Big massive polar bear. That's perfect. And before I forget, few videos ago, you might have seen I got a massive doll sheep. I mean massive, it was like 6 on the leaderboard. So we haven't mounted that yet, so we might as well do that. I've swapped out a piebald roe deer because it's a piebald and it wasn't really a massive trophy rote, so I put a massive one in its place, and I'm happy with that. That feels better. Like I've said, I want everything in here to be a real trophy. You can put nice animals in it, but I want absolute trophies in here, really big ones, either trophy winners or top leaderboard scoring animals, and that's coming together really nice. So for my next video, which will be episode 10 in the series, get your suggestions in, what you want me to hunt, what we can fit in the lodge. Really enjoyed that hunting polar bear. That has finished 9th on the leaderboard, so really big achievement. The doll sheep was 6, so 2 top 10 animals added to my trophy room. So that's been me, ronMctube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.